So anti-maskers and anti-vaxxers are searching for the next thing to keep them safe from COVID because they can't figure out anything that's been put out there to help them out. So the latest thing is now horse paste. Horse paste. I said that right. So why horse paste? Let's jump right into it. Horse paste contains ivermectin, which is normally used to treat parasites in humans and livestock, but is now being prescribed by quack doctors and promoted online forums as the latest version of the Trumpian drug hydroxychloroquine, just like they did then. So one of these groups that's behind this ivermectin craze, apologies if I'm saying this wrong, is America's Frontline Doctors. The Trump-promoted Texas group that includes an accused Capitol insurrectionist, Dr. Simone Gold, and quote, the alien DNA specialist, Dr. Stella Emanuel. If you remember those folks. Yeah. So there is certainly a noticeable increase in calls in as far as this horse paste. Increase in calls to poison centers regarding ivermectin being misused. Man, it's clear that a vast majority are associated with a belief that it will prevent or treat COVID, but it's needless suffering given the lack of conclusive evidence of a benefit. So as this has been going on, we'll jump right to what's happening towards it. So many people are trying to push for it that also people online are telling them ways that they can use it that won't be as harmful. But I'm not sure if those folks really know what they're talking about. Consider it something that's used for livestock, and even in ways that it's being maybe it's prescribed in other forms as far as treating humans. That's usually by doctors. So there's also some quack folks online that are also handing out prescriptions that people go to their pharmacies to try and get this, and the pharmacies are catching wind of this, and they're starting to put it on the shelves as something that's harder to get to, like other really hard drugs, because people are harming themselves. Now, it's not an epidemic of people using it, but it's definitely enough that there's a spike in poison control center calls for it. Because again, we can't figure out any way to protect ourselves from this pandemic, Cenk.
Yeah, ivermectin. Vaxxers? We're talking about vaxxers? Okay, random Irish joke. Okay, so we inject this stuff to cattle and swine, and now people are like, oh, that sounds pretty good, man, because I need a miracle cure for coronavirus. Good news, we already have one, it's called a vaccine. Now, vaccine, of course, technically is not a cure. You have to take it ahead of time so you don't get it, which unfortunately a lot of folks find out at the hospital when they're about to get intubated. And they're like, all right, fine, you win, give me the vaccine. That's not how it works. You know, you have to take it ahead of time so you don't get it. And if you do get it, the vaccine, excellent news, 99.9% of the people who got reinfected with coronavirus did not die if they had the vaccine, 99.9%. On the other hand, overwhelming majority of the people who are dying today are unvaccinated. Almost all of them are unvaccinated. But instead of doing the logical thing of, oh, let me take this vaccine that almost every doctor on the planet is telling you. Remember the old days when we trusted doctors, we believed doctors? And oh, hey, the doctor's here to say, I'm sick, and that's a good thing. Now, right wing's like, oh, the doctor's here. He's probably gonna tell me not to inject myself with horse paste. I hate that guy. Okay, or he might be there to save your life. Call me crazy. Or you could trust the alien DNA specialist. Okay, because obviously you need a specialist for that, Adrienne.
Oh my gosh, this horse paste, all of this, I'm just tired of just the dumb. It feels like a form of natural selection. Like I'm just so tired of people endangering their lives, taking up hospital beds just because they don't want to take the medication or the vaccine, and thus then they try to pursue something else that ends up putting them even more endangered. It's exhausting. I just wish we would, enhance our education system in some way because this has to end.
Yeah, but it's absolutely true, but it's unfortunately it's mainly the media, right? And it goes to show you the power of media. And in that case, it's mostly, I think, social media that's spreading this. Yeah. And now if even our viewers started sending in pictures from their local pharmacies in Texas and other places, telling people, please do not inject yourself with this thing. It's meant for cattle, swine, horses, etc. So it's frustrating. All right, for the members, we got a great bonus episode for you guys. It's coming up next, and including a story of if you're wearing a Biden shirt, they might kick you off your flight. That's a real story. It's unbelievable. Members, you'll get to hear that next. We'll see you in a minute. Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, Jayar. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.